quick.
You have an arm spec, Higgins?
Heck yes, Fury Arms, baby.
Yeah, didn't you get that two-hander that does the strength?
No, I got
Dar,
the
just go
Kitty.
Kitty for most of it, and we'll go from there. Let's do two of our tanks, two of their tanks, and we'll see how this goes.
Right.
At least having 5 tanks is going to make the triple worm compacts a lot fucking easier.
Mm-hmm.
Safe travels.
I will when we need it, Tyrandus. We don't need it for Razor Gore.
Gothic, you should use those fist weapons on Valistraz just to see what happens.
Man, I don't know what all this.
No, you don't use those fist weapons. You use daggers on Valistraz, even if you're a sword rogue. What?
I was about to say
I
I'm
know.
doing 2.2 today, dude.
All right, we'll see. I'm gonna try to be there with you.
You got your lips. The only way you're getting that is if you lip into that fight.
Dude, I lip into that fight every day. What do
You
mean?
should.
I don't ever not lip, dude. Waiting is for scrubs
And
and
non-rogues.
non-rogues.
Mic off.
And non-rogues, yeah.
Which everybody who's not a rogue is a scrub anyways.
All right, as soon as I confirm he got that summon, we're gonna get zoned in and get this shit going.
You get it, Tyler?
Mic on.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's get zoned in. Let's get it going. We'll get full bus going. I'll give a quick explanation of how we do this. If you do not know what you're doing, I'm going to mark myself with the circle. Who the fuck took my circle? I'll kill you, Higgins.
I gotta unboon.
Not for this. I don't usually
Taking
unboon
my
till Broodlord.
condom.
Was it me?
Depends if you're melee. Then
All right, so basically the way we do this, for phase 1, everybody's going to run up on that platform where the orb is. Tsubaki will be controlling the orb for the first 29 eggs. When we get to the last egg, I will drop control. Higgins, you're going to take the orb after that and destroy the last egg. Do you know how to do this?
No, it's been a long time.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to train, make sure all the tanks know how to do it, so that's why it's Higgins' turn.
Yeah, I'm game.
You're gay.
You're good.
The,
Grimbo.
Mic
I think it's
off.
the button all the way to the right on your pet bar.
Yeah, when you take the orb, Higgins, you're going to get a pet bar. All you have to do is walk Razor Gore up to the egg and click the one that says destroy egg. That's it. Once the egg is destroyed, Razor Gore is going to automatically aggro to you. You're going to stand right under the platform, basically right below the orb where you'll see me standing, and tank him there until you get conflagged. All the rest of you tanks fight for threat. For when we get into phase 2, everybody's going to come over to here where Star's jumping right now. If you're ranged or healing, and just stand here, we'll nuke him down real quick. He'll be dead in less than 30 seconds. So, very, very simple fight. Give me a pull timer 10.
Did our lovely priest get disconnected?
I don't know. Also, unboon.
No.
Our mages are real good about making water. If you just open trade with them, they'll fill your thing up.
Yeah,
Don't
if
get
you
it
ever
from
need
that
water,
phone
just
chat guy.
open trade with any of the mages in the group. They'll give you water.
They're some of the best mages in the game.
Don't fucking pump their heads up. By the way, Subaki, do you have the ability to put stam on bracers?
I do.
Could
Maybe
you-
not on me. I don't. Actually, I do have my rod. I don't have the mats on me though. So if you have them, I can do it. But
Okay, no biggie.
I'm sure we'll get them relatively quickly. All right. Can one of y'all start a pull timer 10? Or oh no, we're still waiting on Lovely to get in here.
Yep.
Well, there it is.
Lovely needs buffs.
All right, throw some cheap buffs on Lovely, and then one of y'all give me the pull timer for 10. Tanks, you run in at 3 seconds on the pull timer.
Five, four, three, two, one.
We won't be sleeping or CCing any of the ads. Otherwise, our DPS will get bored. So just keep killing shit.
Gonna miss Scarlet tonight.
Meh.
Yes.
Be fine. I don't have to watch her and Azeron flirt all night.
Ew. First off, British. Gross.
Yeah, it's a teeth thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's not MC them away from us. I'm already bored.
Look, we all know this fight. Just Subaki gets to make scrambled eggs, and we all get to watch.
Hey man, this fight is most boring for me, I promise.
At least you get to hit a button.
If you're not hitting a button, that means you're slow.
I'm getting like one sunder on these guys and they die.
Wibben, you're
Oh, I don't put the pet out here. I always keep it
no,
open
no.
for-
I'm talking about the recording the game or doing the.
Oh yeah, I
logs.
haven't linked it yet, but I'm doing it.
Just making sure.
Mic
Sometimes
on.
you forget this fight.
I almost forgot.
Very nice.
This is being live streamed and it's being logged.
Yeah, for the guests that are in here, if you're interested in seeing logs at the end of it, they will be posted at the end of raid in the Help I Suck at the Game chat channel.
They need to send they need to have a button where you can make them send like twice as many ads.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get like
Hard mode
one
comes out,
dragon.
Wrath of the Lich King, sir.
Who's gonna push the big red button?
I always pushed the big fucking red button.
Such a fun button to push.
I have the Myrmidon now.
Whenever they'd go into the nature bitches spot, I'd always go cheese all the trash down to Myrmidon so I could activate the teleport. And so I'd do the stealth jump runs past all that shit, and then I'd always hit the button to start him. We had him glitch once and start throwing fire in the room with the nature chick.
That's one way to play knock, 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 knock on wood with fire.
Good thing we weren't all AFK.
All right,
Yeah,
Razor Gore is about to be coming up on the platform with the orb, so watch your AoEs. I got one more egg to do, and then he's coming up there.
Yeah, that fire did kill a bunch of people.
We're a little light on the left side. All you guys are right.
No, I'm
don't
never
say
wrong.
nothing. What are you talking for?
We're a little light on the
I'm
side.
bored, dude. They can stay over there.
This is probably the most boring part of the whole raid.
Mhm.
Does anybody else have like stupid high ping for no reason?
No.
Negative.
Okay. Yeah, mine's at 211 right now. I'm feeling it.
2 more eggs, Higgins, and then you're up.
I'm at 395.
In position.
Last egg, then I'm running him away, and you're taking it. If you don't get him quick enough, I'll die. Don't let that fucking happen.
Just let me know.
All right, I'm dropping him. Get ready. And take him. Everybody get to phase 2 positions. Stack with the star. You can start CCing ads or finish them off. I don't really care.
Ready?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Destroy whenever. All right, get on Razor Gore. It's on Azeron. That's on Fang. So I'm Wibben, Fane. Nice job.
And for any of our new people, Fang is also the warrior named not me, but you'll hear him referred to as Fang all the time.
All right, don't go into the next room. Let's get stacked up. Get ready to rogues, rush in there, get the technicians so we can get all the Elementium we want. Let's go. Please do not talk to Velastrez. It also occurred to me that I did not give Warlock curse orders. Zook, you've got elements. I've got shadow. Elvira, you've got recklessness, please. Also, if you loot Hourglass Sand, just hold on to it. We will collect it when we get to Chromagus and hand it out then. All right, so the way we do this, if you are a ranged DPS or a healer, stack up with the star. Let me get a paladin in the tank group and switch some priests around for prayer of healing. Michaela is a healer, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, priest, you're in with the melee group tonight, so get your butt over there. Everybody else, look at your groups. Calissa, you've got the fire resistor on the tanks as usual. Ranged DPS gets stacked up with... Who keeps moving my fucking mark? Ranged DPS and healers that are not with the melee get stacked up with star. If you are melee, please go stand with the melee. Stand at max hitbox from Veil at all times, otherwise you'll chain cleaves. When you get Burning Adrenaline, I will call your name. If that happens, what you need to do is just strafe out. You can continue casting, and this is the die spot. So right here where star is jumping, whether you're melee or ranged, if I call your name with Burning Adrenaline, you run over here as fast as possible and just wait until your death. If you're a caster, like I said, all your spells will become instant cast, so you can continue spamming along the way. Other than that, this fight is basically just tank and spank. Just watch the threat meter. When we first pull it, there's going to be no DPS until I call it. So please, until I say nuke him down, don't touch the boss. Fang, you're good with Higgins doing this one this time, right?
Yeah.
Higgins, get up there. Remember, you want to talk to him from his butthole. That way you can get an insta crit when he flips around. So go to his backside and talk to him from there. And then go up once he's turned around after you start the conversation, then move up to where his head is currently.
Right here, Higgins.
Yeah, talk to him from there. He'll turn around, then go back to where his head is, and you'll be able to start the fight off with an instant crit. All right. Remember, no DPS till it's called. Fight's going to be starting in about 35 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know why I'm seeing rogues on the threat meter already. Light them up. Wibben.
Shit. Better slow down, Fang.
Trash Warthog.
Let's go, Gothic.
2.3.
Are you burning?
Keep
Nice,
healing
Gothic.
Higgins.
If you're burning, use your
Put your world
boom.
buffs back on.
Boon.
Yep,
Double
we're here
here.
now. Pick up our dead.
Okay. I didn't know if you had the burning adrenaline that was going to kill you.
We got 2 minutes. Mark and pull. Hurry.
All right,
Yeah,
tanks. You already know how to mark this shit. Get up there, mark them up.
And let's pull while we got burning adrenaline.
As soon as they're marked, Wibben will pull.
But assign sleepers, please.
I am.
Yep.
I already have one, Sue.
God damn it! I don't want this thing.
You should have caught me earlier. I just bought one off the auction house like
I have diamond.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, Diamond and Moon are sleep targets. Go ahead and pull it.
Assign them.
Higgins.
Jesse, you've got diamond. Skade's got moon.
Okay.
The kill order is skull X square. Okay,
Yep.
diamond is definitely
Yeah.
marked
Yep.
wrong. We've got an unmarked jet.
I got it. I got moon up
It's
here.
already in the group. We're just gonna kill it. Kill the unmarked. It's now marked with skull. Everybody get on skull.
Skate, go ahead and fight. I got moon.
I marked them backwards. My bad.
Do you want the captain or do you want me to keep guiding him?
Yeah, send him back.
I did not mean to do that.
It happens. It's not a big deal. All right, let's get the moon. Don't go into the room, please. Let it come out. All right, when you come into the next room, hug the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna go back on diamond. So you have moon, Skade.
Yep. I just told her they're marked correctly this time too.
Yay, I did better.
Practice makes perfect.
Whenever you're ready, women.
Oh. Take that back.
Watch the cleaves, melee. The Wormkin are a little bit close. After this, we're going to get on Moon. Somebody go ahead and go grab it. Women, go ahead and send the captain back. Jesse keeps sleeping.
It'll be a little bit, but he's coming.
All right, fuck it. Just kill the diamond while we're waiting. Somebody get ready to pick up the captain.
All right, rogues, let's go to work.
If you want to play it safe with your world buffs, I'd reboon for this room.
Yep. All right, so the way we do this room is pretty simple. We're going to pull a bunch of the mobs over to us here in the corner. First, we're going to kill most of the bigger mobs like the Hatchers and the Taskmasters. And then when I call for it, we're going to start moving up. Just follow the group and you'll be fine. If you don't know what you're doing or where to stop, just stay with Star. If you have some kind of AoE, the whelps are your priority. Let the melee and stuff handle the Hatchers and Taskmasters as their priority.
Sorry about Kevin.
He had it coming.
Man, my name is Kevin, so it sounds weird when you guys say that.
I knew that makes a lot of sense, Medivh. You did kind of always remind me of the bird from Up.
He told us that, I think that was in ZG the other night, though.
We're ready to move up whenever you were.
Yeah, we talked about it in ZG.
Let's get this Hatcher, and then we're going to start moving. Actually, let's let everybody get topped up first. Healing mana is kind of low, so finish this one, back off, eat, drink, get topped off, then we're moving.
We good?
All right, let's go. That's good enough.
We saved you a nice pretty pack here for the corner.
All the way to the end. Just drag the whelps along.
Gothic.
Gothic had an accident. All right, stop here, kill him, and then res Gothic. Don't stand in the flame strike. If you're not a reser, come over to where the star is. We're going to tuck into this corner while we get him picked up. If you're doing it right, we should only see a boomkin.
Oh god damn it! Sorry.
Throw some cheap buffs on him. Then we're going to move into the next alcove. All right, let's go. Don't let me die, Jesse.
Mm-mm. I worked
Touch
very
it.
hard at that. I worked very hard at keeping you alive.
He works very hard at getting himself killed.
I
All right,
actually
the
did
next
pretty
set of
good.
pulls, we're going to come to this area right here. So if you want, you can tuck up in the corner like so and just AoE down the whelp so we kill the hatchers. We're going to have about 3 or 4 more pulls like this.
There is not a good way to pull the next one.
There's
That's
not.
all right. If you have to pull 2, it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna pull 2 then.
We got 5 tanks tonight, man. It's all good.
Hey, Azron, can you come bot me?
I got you.
Got a lot of whelps. Thanks. There are definitely 2 coming.
Watch your feet.
Remember, try not to stand in the flame strike.
Guys, we lost Cat. Cat died.
That's why you don't name them.
That's right.
All right, after this, stop pulling a second. Let's get healed up. We got a lot of people that are low or dead.
Ooh. Y'all killed the wizard.
One of Riz.
I
have risen.
That's what I thought I heard too, Subaki, but I wasn't 100% sure.
I wasn't going to say it. I got to,
that is not what I said.
Yeah, whatever you say, Jezzy.
She
Get some
knows.
cheap buffs on the dead, please, and then we're going to move up. All right, let's go.
Poe, remember when I said I missed you earlier?
All the way to the first alcove. We're safe to there. Wibben, you're free to pull the next hatcher.
Incoming. As soon as we get
We're
this
being
right
depressed.
Pulling the last one.
I'm being depressed.
Suppression. All right, once this guy's dead, follow Star. We're going to heal up and get ready for the boss here.
Boon?
If you want to, you don't have to for this guy just because it can be a little messy sometimes with the pull. Basically, the way this works for the new people, when we move in, let me fix the groups too. Let me do that first. So when we move in, ranged group, if you're ranged or healing, you stay with the star. Melee, you can go in, but do not DPS. And when I say don't DPS, rogues, I fucking mean it. Wait until I call for DPS to start. I don't want to see that Veilstress shit again. All the tanks just fight for threat. Higgins should be main tanking, but if somebody else happens to get it, it's no big deal. We're going to pull the boss to the right of the gateway that he's standing in front of right now. So all the range groups should be far enough away so they're not going to get hit by the Blast Nova. When he does the Blast Nova, it's going to cause a threat drop, so the next tank should be getting it. Range group, when we first move in, just AoE down the whelps that are going to be kited along with us, and wait for the DPS call before we get on Broodlord. Once again, it's a really simple tank and spank fight, so...
Make sure not to pull aggro at all.
All right, tanks, it's on you. Go ahead in. Range group, just follow the star. Wait till we get there before you start AoEing those arcane explosions.
I'm working on it. Working on it.
All right, go ahead and DPS them. We're being suppressed. We got some whelps in the range group. Let's get them down. Nice job.
Yeah,
All right, everybody come get stacked up with Star. You can start taking out the whelps and dropping the suppression. We need to clear out this entire upper layer. Fang or Higgins, can you guys get the next pole marked up? Next few polls are pretty simple. It's going to be after Neff Vogels, unless I run out of room, which is very likely. I may have to throw some stuff on one of the other officers, but yeah, it's going to be after Neff. Melee and Hunters, you're going to be taking out the Warlocks. They're the ones that are marked. If you are a ranged DPS that has some kind of AoE, you're going to AoE down the Technicians. I would suggest not standing in the same place for too long, because if you pull aggro, you're going to get thrown bombs on you, and it will wipe you out really quick, as well as anyone else around you. So just pay attention where the rate of fire is dropping, and that's basically where you need to drop your AoE. Just I would run if you get the aggro message on your screen. Start walking away so you don't get killed by the bombs. Go ahead, Tank. All right, we got one more poll that's similar to that, and then we will be on Fire Maul. The next poll is going to have a Wormkin in it, as well as a Spellbinder. The Spellbinder is going to get kited away. The Wormkin is melee. It's still the same priority. You kill the Warlocks first, then you can get on the Wormkin. If we see the vulnerability for the Wormkin, somebody call it out on Discord, and the classes that have that spell group will accordingly start attacking that one.
You ready?
Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead.
I'll pick up square.
Length of vulnerability, Vigora.
Casters, you're still technicians first.
Nature.
You don't have to tank the spell. Well, you can. I guess it doesn't matter.
Any free tank, pick up the star.
Yeah, I got him.
Thank you. Hunters, you can switch to star. You just use your serpent stings or whatever. We only got one boomkin, so she's going to look like the hero this time. All right, so this is the first boss that has a little bit of complication to him. It's nothing major. As far as the healers, if you're normally on the other side of the wall type 1 in Raid Chat, I know we're going to have a few extras that we're going to have to throw over there because we're missing some. But people from my guild, if you're normally on the other side of the wall, type 1 in Raid Chat so I know how many I need to send over there.
I mean, I've flip-flopped a bunch, but guess one.
Yeah, you're going over there, Kalissa. Priest, you're going over there. And Lovely, I'm going to send you over there with them. Oh, wait, I've got another pally. So that's... Yeah,
Howdy's
I'm your
coming.
pally. You're going to go over there. I'm going to keep Lovely and Michaela over here to heal the raid. Jezzy, you're going over there as well.
Putting baby in the corner.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so I should have just Michaela and Lovely on this side of the wall. For the ranged and casters, stay with Star. Basically, the way this fight's going to work, we're going to tank Firemaw right here in this little doorway. Fang will have him to where his head is pointing out into the room that we're not in, like this. So the main tank will be standing right here. And I said Fang, I'm sorry. It'll actually be Higgins. He'll be having him pointed this way. Once I call for the DPS, what we're going to do is basically, as soon as it's called, if you're a DPS, you can strafe out just like this, start DPSing him. You're going to get a stacking debuff called Flame Buffet. When you get to 5 stacks, you need to go back against the wall until your stacks drop off. Healers, you can stay against the wall the whole time, and you won't have to worry about taking stacks at all. Melee group is going to be on this side. He's got 2 main abilities. The first one is Shadow Flame. So tanks, you need to all have your Onyxia Scale Cloaks on. If you don't, you're going to get eaten by the Shadow Flame in 1 hit. Off tanks, what you're going to be doing is the other ability he does is called Wing Buffet. When he's getting ready to do a Wing Buffet, all the off tanks are going to come right here, put their backs just like this, and right like 3 or 4 seconds before Wing Buffet happens, you're going to taunt the boss. I don't care which one of you gets it. You taunt him, you hold him. As soon as the Wing Buffet goes off, it should automatically go back to Higgins because all the off tanks should be eating the Wing Buffet. From there, it's just tank and spank, rinse and repeat. It's very simple.
Are you going to be ready?
Yeah, we should be.
I'm going to wait. I can face pull it probably.
No, just wait then. I don't want you face pulling.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and get it all set up. Wibs, Higgins, be ready.
I'll let you know when he's on his way back.
Also, I didn't mention it, but if you go to drop your stacks, use band-aids, whatever you can. Make the healer's life a little bit easier. This is a pretty healing intense fight, so if you have band-aids or ways to heal yourself while you're dropping your stacks, do so.
Alright, he's coming down the ramp.
All right, here he comes. Remember, no DPS till it's called, please. This is not a race for this fight. That looks good enough, Higgins. All right, go ahead, Deeps. Please watch the threat meter intently.
You gotta back him up.
Yeah, watch yourself, Melee.
A little bit more.
There we go.
There you go.
Higgins is down.
Oh, I'm down too.
All right, whoever's got him, just get him in the same position that Higgins had. Jesse, if you can, pick up Higgins. Skade, pick up not me.
You got it. There you go.
My taunt failed.
It's all right. Somebody's got him.
All my buffs.
Mic off.
All right, I have him.
Jesus.
I had him.
Well, everybody stop DPS a second. Let him get back into position.
The healers are not out of line of sight.
All right, finish him off quickly.
Turn him around if you can.
Point him away from the raid.
Oh, Katrad.
You should still have it. That was definitely the sloppiest one we've had in a long time, but it's all right. Higgins is learning this. I apologize for everybody's buffs that just got eaten alive, but we got to make sure all our tanks know how to do this. So.
Yeah, West. Yeah, it's all Wibben's fault.
It's always Hunter's fault. That's the way it goes.
Next pool, do you need me to go to bear?
Who's that?
Darrow.
I don't think
No,
so.
you
We
can
got
stay.
4 tanks.
We've got one more trash pull before the 3-pack.
Okay.
Let's start rebuffing. Well,
After we finish getting people up.
You know what I mean.
That blows.
No more 10k mana.
I only got 9k without keys. Oh, with keys.
I was just shy of 11,000 hit points. Not anymore.
Well, then why'd you suggest Higgins tank tonight?
I didn't suggest it.
I'm kidding anyway, man.
Not that there was a problem with Higgins tanking.
I just don't want everybody blaming me for doing it.
Oh, we didn't.
You are raid lead.
Nah, we already agreed it's Wibben's fucking fault. What a turd. Everybody can go ahead and come into the next room.
I need more FR gear.
I think Sio. It was either Sio crafted some of it for me, and the other bit of it, Gordon just bought off the auction house for me.
Are y'all ready?
Hold on. We got healers that are still a little low on mana. Let them top off.
Yeah, we hit the buff.
This is the same thing as the last trash bowl we did. So Warlocks first, then call the vulnerabilities, AoE down the technicians.
If you're ranged,
Oh,
don't
that's
stand
good.
near. Don't be near them. Well, the dragon.
Don't worry about kiting the star either. We've got enough tanks to just off tank it away from the raid so it doesn't cheat people.
Let it LOS from the corner.
Tech magic, please. Frost.
Frost on the square. Mages take it down. Melee switch to the Spellbinder. All right, now you're going bear for this one, Dar.
These guys do a cleave, so unless you're tank, you don't want to stand near them.
Medivh, I got it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, Higgins, you've got the skull. Not me, you've got the X. Galton, you've got the square, and both of the bears are going to be on the moon. If you start spinning, whichever tank has it afterwards, pull the moon away from the other bear so that you don't get eaten alive. Every time your target goes down, that tank go to the moon and help on the moon. When we get the vulnerabilities, call them out so we can split up our raid accordingly. The kill order by default is Skull X Square Moon. Tanks, whenever you're ready, go grab them.
Skull is fire.
Fire on the skull.
Moon is shadow. Square is arcane.
Where's Arcane?
I don't have X yet.
Yeah, I don't see X yet either.
Arcane.
Don't y'all let me die.
Why, you want to feel important like your wife finally?
All right, so for this one, it's another one of those packs where we're going to AoE down the technicians. This is the line of sight spot, so please do not go past this corner. Unless you're a tank or pulling. Everybody else should be over here. Let me mark myself again because my star went missing.
I've been putting stars
So yeah,
on
we'll be using
the.
that corner over there to line of sight and AoE them. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and grab them.
I'll pull them for you.
I got confused as to where my hand was on the keyboard.
Square is not fire or shadow.
It's frost.
Mages, get on that. Melee, once the warlocks are down, get on the spellbinder. We got one more pull that we're going to do the exact same way, so don't move up yet. Any of the other officers have plenty of bag space. I'm probably going to have to start handing stuff off.
I've got a few slots you can use.
Arcane.
Likewise.
Yeah. It's arcane.
Okay.
I've got like 10.
Mages, get the technicians down before you start going ham on the square.
Wyvern, come around the corner, brother.
Like,
I got about like 20, 25 bag slots open.
Okay.
That X is just shooting you.
I've still got 6 more. It's just for I'm gonna run out before we finish the bosses. So all right, you can move up to the middle of the ramp. Next pull will be done there.
ready?
Yep. Same thing, only we should have 2 spellbinders on this one. So an extra tank, get ready to pick up the second spellbinder.
It's shadow.
Same thing, get the technicians down before you go on the square.
This pull is such a line of sight fuck up doing it here.
If it's done right, it shouldn't be.
Well, we got people on 3 levels, so we end up with people out of line of sight all over the place.
I don't know how Diamond got off of that spellbinder, but
Let's just bring it down a level then.
Damn, almost.
All right, so we're gonna do it line of sighting here. Everybody else get to the bottom of the ramp.
Azron, why can't you do your dad's DPS?
They don't have holy weakness.
All I hear is excuses, dude.
yeah, Wibbin, that looks good.
Everybody ready?
Yep, you're good.
Pull the skull here.
Arcane on square.
Mic off. Mic feedback off.
All right, mages, take out that square.
Mic on.
Melee, go to the spellbinder.
Mic off.
All right, we're clear to move up to the top of the ramp.
How did he not pull?
Women.
All right, so the way we're going to do this poll once Evan Rock is out of the way. Oh, how the fuck did we not get him?
He's just standing there.
Weird.
He didn't come.
Pull him back. Pull him back. I don't want to pull the Evan Rock or the mobs.
Dude's getting jumped and is putting up a fight.
All right, so the way we're doing this fight, the skull is going to get tanked right here by Higgins. The X is going to get tanked over here by Not Me and Barbecue. And the square is going to be tanked over here by Gallatin and Darrell, or Dar, whatever. One hunter is going to pull each one to our tanks, so the tanks don't have to go up there. Wivens pulling skull. Hammer, you're pulling X, and Grimvor, you're pulling square. Once we get the vulnerabilities called out, switch to those accordingly, and then when your target goes down, hop to one of the other ones. That dickhead marked with circle, just nuke him down real quick.
Ready?
I meant diamond since
Higgins?
Higgins got perma square circle for some reason.
All right, hunters,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Thanks. You don't need to move up. Hunters are going to do it.
Let's pull.
X the shadow.
Pull them back, guys. This is why I didn't want the tanks moving up.
X shadow, square,
Extra shadow.
skull fire.
Need a tank on skull.
Damn, Amos, what the fuck you doing?
Fang, switch to skull.
I wouldn't stand near him, guys.
Yeah, if they're coming near you, back away from.
Square's shadow. I don't know if it was announced.
It was.
Okay.
That's why I'm down.
This is how did we not pull the little guy?
Right?
Diamonds don't like
Probably
to
because the mobs got pulled from X.
Should I go grab him? Women's got him.
Yeah, somebody go grab him, but pull him back. Don't run up to him.
Was there a patch that we weren't aware of?
Feels like it.
All right, since we've had a lot of deaths, we're going to go ahead and do full rebuffs. Everybody's going to get retopped off, and then we will do Evan Rock. I'll give him a quick explanation. This fight is pretty much 100% on the tanks. Make sure you have your Shadow Flame cloaks on. If he starts coming down the stairs, let me know. I'm going to show the tanks their positions. All right, so tanks, we tank him in this corner over here. Basically, you guys are going to be in a triangle formation. You want to keep your backs to the wall. We're going to have one tank here or two tanks since we've got 5. One here and one here. And then from there, the fight is basically the same as Firemaw, only we won't have the stacking debuff. Instead, he's going to put a debuff directly on the tanks called Shadow of Evan Rock. Any tank that has that debuff on and takes a hit from Evan Rock, he will heal for 25,000 damage. So the second Shadow of Evan Rock goes on, one of the other tanks in the other position, taunt, and then he'll go to you. He also does the Shadow Flame Breath just like Firemaw, as well as the Wing Buffet. So when he does the Wing Buffet, it should automatically go to one of the other tanks. We don't need to mess around with swapping it around there. Just make sure we're taunting off when the Shadow of Evan Rock goes on the current tank. If you don't know what it looks like, it's like a little purple whirlwind looking debuff. Everybody else get stacked up over here. We're gonna, once the tanks pull or Wyvern pulls it, we're gonna wait until the tanks have him in the corner, and then we're gonna run up.
We ready?
Just like all the other fights, no DPS until I call it, please. And yes, Wibben, you're good whenever.
Yeah, please do not buff while I'm
Make
pulling.
sure you're line of sighted so you don't accidentally get hit by Shadow Flame Breath while going in. The only people that should be moved out right now is tanks and Wibben. All right, come on out, but no DPS.
Go for Higgins.
Light him up. Man, these rogues are showing the fuck out tonight. Maybe I should give them leader of the pack more often.
You need a warrior to give him battle shout.
They all
a
have
hunter
one.
to give him true shot aura.
Most of us got it.
A
They
druid
all have
to
all
give
the
him.
buffs. We had perfect melee groups tonight.
Oh, talk about loot. Ugh.
Telling me, dude.
Yeah, that is garbage. All right, next boss is the exact same thing, only easier. There will be a trank shot rotation instead of the Shadow of Ebonrock. Wibben will go over the trank shot rotation for you hunters. Everybody can get stacked up on the star except for the tanks. Tanks, you're in the exact same position as the last fight.
Trank is Wibben, Mini, then Hammer, and Grim. If you see it up at all, like for 2 seconds, then just do yours.
Once everybody's topped off, we'll get it pulled. If you're not a tank or Wibben, please get stacked up on the star. Otherwise, you can get Shadow Flame Breath as he's coming down the ramp, and you will die.
And definitely don't buff while he's coming down. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm waiting for Jesse to stop setting a bad example.
Sorry, it's habit to see somebody when they need a buff to throw it.
All right, go ahead, Wibs. All right, you can come out, but no DPS. Let's wait for the tanks to get him into position.
Wibben.
Light him up.
Mini. Hammer.
Oh, we just got breathed on. Some of us did.
How?
The tanks had him at an odd angle.
I said I didn't even see him turn.
It just he just barely clipped the edge of us. It's all right. It's only a couple.
Mini.
To work on.
Mini. Yep. It's his knockback that gets him fucking clipped into the wall and shit.
It's fine.
Lost
Stop
the tank,
DPS.
Hammer.
Let the tanks get him back. Stop DPS.
Hammer or Grim, whoever can get it.
Hammer's dead.
Grim. Wibben.
Go ahead. Nuke him down. We only got 2
Mini.
tanks up though, so be careful. Both of y'all don't be standing in the same spot.
Grim.
Yeah, that did get a little grim.
Nice.
What garbage? These fucking dragons every week.
Sorry, I'm cheering for you now, Yandris. You know that's how bad it is.
What you extra ever is. Okay, you do.
Where you at, Yan? I gotta give you some shit.
I'm standing. I'm at the bottom of the ramp.
Well, I'm at the top of the ramp, and you gotta come up here anyway, so I'll wait. There, that should give me enough space for the rest of the raid. All right, this is the exact same thing as the last 3 Wormkin pack we had. Again, Skull's going to be right here in the middle. X to the left, square to the right. Where the only difference I'm going to make is that Higgins, you're going to the X. Fang, you're on the Skull.
What did you say?
You're taking the Skull, Fang. Higgins is going to be on the X.
Okay.
You got Hunters, same pull order. You guys can grab them whenever.
Oh, let's move up, Hunters. Is the X tanks ready? Yeah, they're over there. I'll go ahead and pull.
Sandy.
Once you tanks for X get him, pull more to the left. With the idea is to try and keep them as far apart as possible.
Skull is Shadow.
Perfect.
Square's Nature. Arcane on X.
Barbecue needs heals badly.
I'm guessing Skull is Shadow weak.
Yeah, Skull is Shadow.
I got Shadow pretty ripping thread off of me.
X is Arcane.
Draconic Avenger.
All right, pick up the dead. We're going to do a full rebuff again since we had a lot of people die for dipshit Drake. If you have Hourglass Sand on you, please trade it to the star right now. Obviously, only if you got it during our raid. If you had your own before, I'm not going to take y'all shit. But
For Trank, we'll do
Hold
Wib
on to
and
yours
then Mini.
now.
Wib and then Mini on Trank, and then Hammer or Grim. If you see one up for more than like 2 seconds, just get it.
I got this on me
Darn,
still.
you tanks to hold on to you.
I got 6 on me still.
Barbecue, don't worry about it. Just hold on to yours. I know most of that came from y'all's guild. All right, tanks. Let me know how many sands you currently have on you. Just type it in rage. All right, Higgins, you're good. Dar, you're good. Jesus Christ, okay. Fang, how many sands do you have? Okay, so all the tanks are good. Healers, if you need some sand, come open trade with Star, and you will receive 2 sand.
Thank you. I gotta go over to the armpit area, the sweaty locker room.
You're not a healer, Matthias. Get the fuck out of here. We'll do DPS next.
Did you guys plan on splitting up for anything after this or no?
Yeah, we're going to be doing first 2 in Molten Core. And last call, any healers that did not get sand, please come open trade with Star so I can give you some hourglass sand.
You need some shit from MC, Gordy?
No.
I didn't think so.
Maybe the warrior.
All right, DPS, you can come open trade with Star and get a sand.
If you want to take my spot for MC, I don't need shit.
No, I'm not going.
Okay.
Last call, DPS that would like a sand, come open trade with Star now.
Oh, Bogles, you should definitely go fire on this guy.
All right, so the way this fight's going to work, ranged and healers, we're going to be over here, save for a couple of healers. Last call, DPS that would like a sand, come open trade with Star now.
Oh, Bogles, you should definitely go fire
God,
on
I'll
this
be
guy.
fucking happy when this fucking COVID bullshit's gone. All right. Anyway, so the way this fight's gonna work, we're all gonna be standing over here. We're basically in a line of sight this boss the same way we did Firemaul. He will be tanked right here with his face poking out. So our main tank's gonna be standing right here. When we go in for the DPS, you're gonna strafe out just like you did for Firemaul, just like this. You shouldn't need to go any further than this. And he's going to do a couple of abilities. First thing he's going to do is he's going to put random debuffs on the entire raid. One will be a curse, one will be a poison, one will be a magic, and the last one will be a what's the last one? Disease. Anybody that can dispel should be dispelling, except for our Boom King because it takes her out of form. So mages, make sure you're taking care of the curses. Priests, get what you can get. Paladins, get what you can get, all that bullshit. This is the #1 priority because if at any point during the raid someone gets all 5 of the debuffs on them, they will turn into a chromatic draconoid and wipe the raid. There's nothing you can do about it, so just dispel. That's #1 priority for the fight. Next thing he's going to do, he's going to have 2 different breath attacks. There's total of 5 breaths, but he's only going to get 2 of them any given week. So depending on what those are, for the most part, we're going to line of sight them. So basically, when we're out here doing our DPS, when a breath is about to happen, until we identify which breaths we have, I'm going to call everybody to hide. You just strafe right back up against the wall until the breath goes off. The only exception to this is if we get the time-lapse breath. So if I call time-lapse, DPS, you stay out, you eat the breath. It's not going to do any real damage to you. It takes away half of your maximum HP for the duration of the breath and drops your threat. If you hide during this breath, you're going to pull threat off of the tanks and wipe the raid. So every breath, hide except for time-lapse. That's the only one. We're going to stay out and eat it. I will call it as we see it. We should get a warning on which breath it's going to be about 2 seconds before it goes off. So if we happen to get time-lapse for our first breath, the first one's going to be a little bit close, so just try to pay close attention. If you do get Brood Power Bronze, that is what the Hourglass Sand in your inventory is for. So pay attention to your debuffs. If you get one that looks like the Gold Dragon, that's when you use your Hourglass Sand. It will remove that. That's the only way to take it off. Hunters, he's also got an Enrage, just like Flamegore did. So the Trank shot rotation is going to be the exact same. Wibben will handle calling the Tranks. When he hits 20%, he's going to soft Enrage. At that point, we basically burn him down. And the last thing is that he's going to have a rotating vulnerability, the same as those Draconoids we were just fighting. So obviously, if he's like fire vulnerable, nuke him down as much as possible, but pay close attention to the threat meter. If you pull it off the tank during this fight, we will die. It's pretty simple. Nah, she doesn't need to do all that, dude. put the succubus on him and light that fucker up. Okay, put the imp on him and stay in phase shift. All right, here comes your summon rave. If I can find you. Remember, no DPS till it's called. This is a positioning fight first off, and DPS race second. There's no reason to try and rush this fight at all. It's very, very simple as long as we're doing it right.
3, 2, 1.
Everybody should be hugging the wall until it's time to go. All right, go ahead.
Within.
Yo. Hide. Everybody hide. Fang, try and get him repositioned, please. Stop DPS. It's time lapse. Eat it.
Use item.
Yeah, I knew that. We were going to be a little late on that one. That's right. Just reposition him, please, Higgins. Nice job. No DPS yet. Let's wait till the tanks get him back in position. Just stay against the wall for now.
Range copy star.
Within.
All right, we're going to wait until after this breath, then we're going back in. Frostburn. All right, go ahead on DPS. He is currently frost vulnerable.
Mini.
Scade, pick up Ogles. The next breath is going to be time lapse. The DPS, you stay out and eat it. Arcane vulnerable.
Wibbin.
Time lapse. Healers, you get against the wall. DPS, stay out.
Mini.
Good maneuver there.
Yeah, that was good, Dream. Just be careful not to make sure you eat it next time.
I was talking about whoever it was that got the boss back in position.
Wibbin.
It was Dream. He didn't eat the breath. Hide. Nature vulnerable when we come back out. Go.
Mini.
Well, those warlocks are looking weak. Frost. I know, all the Shadow Priests and warlocks are getting pissed right now.
Wibbin.
Time lapse, eat it. Nature vulnerable, push him into phase 2.
Mini.
All right, big heals on Fang. He's in phase 2. Nature vulnerable again.
Wibbin.
Hide. All right, come out, fuck him up. Nice job. Very, very good recovery.
Mini.
Nice cloak.
Telling you, this fucking thing will never drop those pants. No boots
the
either.
funny thing is that I was on the Zandalar Island earlier getting buffs, and there was like 3 priests to Adam.
We've never seen them. They've never dropped. Neither have the boots of pure thought. None of them have dropped
know.
ever.
So can I get an hourglass?
You know what else has
Yeah.
never dropped?
If you
Dragon
have
Breath
Brute
and
Power
Cannon.
Bronze on you, come open trade with Star, and I will give you another hourglass and clear it off.
Have you guys just been getting fucked on the loot all night?
Trash.
It's definitely not been great loot. I mean, we've had a few things. I think Melee's going to be pretty happy at the end, but
I think any bear tank that doesn't have it is really happy that their best cloak just dropped.
Right?
Oh yeah. Well, for defensive taking.
you still didn't get a cloak. I thought we gave you one last week, Rizzer. All right, I'll get one made for you tonight. I know that we only had one, and it was already given to Bear Beer.
Yeah, I got plenty of scales in the bank still.
Yeah, I'll get some. We'll get it made tonight. So tonight you're hiding. Remember, if you have Brood Power Bronze, come open trade with Square, and I will get it cleared off for you. Or I'm sorry, not Square, Star. All right, I'm going to give a quick rundown on how this guy's going to go. First off, everybody make sure your Onyxia Scale Cloak is on. If it is not, follow the star, and I will show you the hidey spot so you don't die before phase 2.
Who's main tanking, Neff?
Higgins is going to get it.
Okay.
So if you don't know where to go at the end of phase 1 and you do not have an Onyxia Scale Cloak, come over to where Star is right now. I'm by the throne. Basically, when I call for the shift between phase 1 and phase 2, I'm going to call the tanks and the healers to go out there to get ready to pick up Nefarian. When I call this, I'm also going to call people to hide. You come here right behind the throne, and this is where you hide. If you do not do this, you will die as soon as phase 2 starts. If you have an Onyxia Scale Cloak and you have it on, you don't have to worry about that. But if you don't have one, this is the hide spot that will keep you alive. Okay? This is a 3-phase fight. Phase 1 is pretty simple. We're going to have ads coming out of these 2 rooms to our left and right. This one right here. And the other one on the far side right by the entrance to where we came in. These rooms will be spawning a bunch of ads with one of 5 colors. It'll be one of the 5 colors that Chromagus was just debuffing us with. Basically, their colors coordinate with what they're going to be resistant to. So if it's like red, obviously use frost magic on it. Don't use fire. If it's blue, use fire, but not frost, that sort of thing. We're going to split the melee groups up. Each group is going to go to a door that I designate. All of the ranged and healers are going to be standing right here in the center with Star. You should be able to hit both sides at all times. So let me go ahead and do the splits for the groups. Group 2, you're going left. That's this way. This does not include the hunters, by the way. Hunters, you stay in the center. This only includes melee. Group 3, you're going right. That would be this way. Group 4, Bruce Bark, you're going left. Poe, you're going right. Barbecue, you're going right. Matthias, you're going left. Dar, you can pretty much go kitty for this. You should be fine at it. All the rest of you stay in tank form. Higgins, you're going to be main tanking Nefarian. The other things that are going to happen during phase 1, Nefarian himself will be just running around the raid, shadow bolting or mind controlling people. Wibben should be able to tell you that, Grim. I don't know it off the top of my head. But yeah, Nefarian's going to be running around shadow bolting, mind controlling the entire raid. So Warlocks, make sure your shadow wolf is up. There's nothing that can be done about it. Just if one of the melee gets mind controlled, please do not cleave it down, sheep it, and don't kill our fucking people when they get mind controlled. Phase 1 is pretty simple. Once 40 ads are dead, phase 2 is going to start. When we get down to the last 10 ads, I'm going to call for healers and the main tank to come over here to pick up Nefarian for phase 2. So if you guys want to follow me over here, I'll show you how phase 2 is going to go. When we get to the last 10 ads, I'll call for the tanks to go. This is also the same time that people without Onyxia Scale Cloaks should be going to hide behind the throne. Higgins is going to pick up Nefarian when he lands and tank him just like this with his back against the wall. Nefarian's head should be hanging over the ledge here. Off tanks, you're going to be on this side of Nefarian. So once all the ads are finished off and we're cleared up for everybody else to move into phase 2, off tanks, you're coming over here to stand on Nefarian's left from his point of view. Melee, you're going to be on the other side, right over here. The ranged group, healers included, are going to be over here. During phase 2, Nefarian has a number of different abilities. The most important ones that are pretty simple and straightforward. He's got the Shadow Flame Breath, just like the Drakes did. So again, everybody has to be wearing an Onyxia scale cloak. He's also got the Bellowing Roar that Onyxia has. That's the AoE Fear. It can be outranged. So everybody, if you're staying at your maximum range, you shouldn't have to worry about the fear. The most important thing that's going to happen during phase 2 is the class calls. Basically, every 20 seconds or so, Nefarian is going to call out a class, and a different effect is going to happen based on what class he calls. The most dangerous one is the mage call. Basically, if he calls mages, they're going to start randomly sheeping people in the raid. The idea is we do not want our tanks being sheeped. So if you're a mage, you blink over here as fast as possible in line of sight. Hold on one second. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, that's the most dangerous one. That's mage call. The next most dangerous one is the warrior call. When he calls warriors, every warrior in the raid will be forced into berserker stance. So the main tanks and off tanks are going to be taking a lot more damage. So healers, just be ready to pick up the extra slack. Start spam healing on Higgins because he's going to be taking a lot of damage during the warrior call. The next most dangerous one is the priest call. When he calls priests, every direct heal that you do will put a dot on your tank instead. So when he calls priest, the only two abilities you can use if you're a healer is Power Word Shield and Renew. No direct heals at all, or you'll start killing the tanks. The next class call is going to be the druid call. When he calls druids, all druids in the raid will be forced into cat form during the duration of the druid call. That's pretty much it. It's not that terrible. Unless you're Jezzy or Skade, because, you know, they don't want to be forced into kitty form. The next call is going to be the Paladin call. When he calls Paladins, all the Paladins in the raid are basically going to start bopping Nefarian, so melee, you'll just be useless during this. Other than that, there's nothing special to it. Warlock call. This is normally a pretty dangerous one, but since we've only got 3 Warlocks, it won't be that bad. For every 1 Warlock in the raid, they will drop an Infernal on the raid. Mages just need to AoE them down real quick, take them out, and then continue on. Hunters, when he calls the hunters, your bow will automatically break. So you can either one of two things: unequip your bow before every call and then just re-equip it if it's not hunter call, or you can use the macro to automatically swap your bow off and on. That's all of them, right? No, rogues. The last call is the rogue call.
It's all the same rogues.
Yeah, the rogues now.
So for the rogue call, what he's going to do is all the rogues are going to get teleported in front of Nefarian's face, and they will be rooted there. All we're going to do for that is Higgins is going to flip him around. Higgins, if you can come over to me real quick, let me show you how to do this real quick so we don't have any accidents. Basically, if he calls the rogues, when you go to strafe around to flip him, do not run directly through him. You want to kind of run off to the right a little bit. So you kind of want to strafe in like a crescent formation. That way he's guaranteed to turn towards the other tanks. If you try to run straight through him, he may point his head over to the raid and cause a Shadow Flame to wipe us. Got it? All right. That's basically it for phase 2. Phase 3 will start when we hit 20% health. All the mobs that we killed during phase 1 will get risen as skeletons, and they will start going after the raid. All the off tanks at that point, you need to AoE taunt these, and we're going to nuke them down really quick. If you have Stratham Holy Water, they will die in just a couple of seconds. Phase 3 is no problem at all. Once the ads are dead, it's the exact same thing as phase 2. We just keep killing the Nefarian the same way. I know it sounds like a lot, but I promise it's really simple. I will be making the calls, so just pay attention and stand with the star if you're a ranged or a healer. Oh, you guys don't need to be hiding behind the throne right now. I'll call for it. You can go back to the raid. Just when you hear me say, go hide, that's when you come to the throne back here. All right, here we go. Remember, Warlocks, keep your Shadow Wards active.
Right side.
We got reds on the left.
All right, so mages take out the left with frost. Warlocks and everything else, you've got greens on the right with fire. Honestly, most of this range, we're not going to be able to do anything. We murder these things so fucking quick with our melee, it's not even a thing.
There's ranged in this group.
Wait, there's ads?
Yeah, you can lick the fattest part of my ass.
Don't go down the hallway. You're running out of line of sight.
Yeah, you guys got to stay out of the hallway.
It's not like they're taking much damage though with this.
But still.
Pretty in the hallway.
You still want to do it right.
Oh, and please, when we go to phase 2, kill them at the door. Don't bring them to Neff.
Yeah, nobody should be moving from this spot until I call it. Once all the ads are down. We got a green in the middle. Let's take it down, casters.
He's on me.
I'm getting him, Jesse. All right, Higgins and healers, go get ready for phase 2. People that do not have a cape, go hide.
I'm
already fearing.
I might hurt somebody.
Everybody else finish off the ads. Somebody cleanse Jesse, please, so she can go get with the tank.
Thank you.
Mind control.
CC me. Remember, even after stage 2 starts, we're going to have a few more ads. Finish off the ads first. And cleanse me, please. All right, let's get to phase 2 positions. If you were hiding, you're safe to come out. No DPS till it's called. Big heals on Higgins. Remember, make sure you're at max range if you're a DPS so you don't get feared. Go ahead on deep. First class call should be coming up soon.
Dispel.
That's the fear. Mage call. Mages, get the hell out of here. Next class call soon. Paladin call. Melee, shove your thumb in your ass.
Of course, Paladin class call comes.
Next class call in about 5 seconds.
It's because I hit Death Wish.
Hunter call. Hopefully you didn't just lose your bow.
Women.
I did not lose it. I saw someone that did. though. Not gonna call them out.
Next class call soon.
Dispel.
Rogue.
Rogue call. Flip him, Higgins. Perfect. Nice job. Don't let Higgins go down. Phase 3, get ready to kill the ad. AoE him down. Rogue call is about to be ending. You can flip him back. Warlock call. Mages take out the Inferno. Nice job. Finish him up. We still got one ad up. Get it down. Perfect.
Dispel.
Nice job, guys.
What did you drop?
Garbage.
Staff with Shadow
Uncle
Flame.
gauntlets.
All garbage.
Yeah.
Armor Smith pattern.
It's garbage.
Straight dookie butter.
Yeah, the staff is actually pretty tits, but
He
I don't
did.
need it
He did
anymore.
drop staff.
Those
Shout.
plans are new. I've not seen those plans drop yet.
Those plans are a world drop.
Are they world?
So, Gordon, what does RFK have to say about all these bosses being full of crap loot, ruining the state of BWL?
I don't know what he would say about that.
There's a repair bot at Skull if you want to hit it.
All right, loot council, let's jump up. If you're interested in loot, just hang tight a second. We're going to start divvying it out in just a second.
I didn't even pay attention to what dropped tonight.
Trash. All garbage. I don't think there was one healer piece in the fucking lot.
Really? Then I can leave with y'all.
I mean, you're doing
Don't
NC,
trust
so I wouldn't hurt
Yandros. Jez, how far can you throw Yandros? Don't trust him that far.
Well, that's very true. That's very true.
There's only 2 people on loot council.
So
Yeah.
If you're on the loot council tonight, go up to Gen 2.
Yep.
How do you know if you're on it?
They
Sue
let you
should
know.
have. yeah,
Somebody
he
would have
should
let you
picked
know.
my-
I think they did.
I was on it last week, so I'm pretty sure my jury duty time's been over. So
I took down the suppression trap so you guys can get by.
where are we going now?
First 2 months, Molten Core.
Yes, guess we normally
Higgins,
have
Higgins, K-Bay, Gothic. You're supposed to be on loot council. Jump up into group 2.
Nobody told me I was on loot council.
You're on. I'm telling you now. Get up there.
Sabaki was in charge tonight with it. Miss and Salty, Miss and Salty.
I haven't seen anything pop up yet to roll.
Well, Sabaki's doing it.
They have to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because Salty's not here to run it, right?
Salty's
Yeah,
on
so
business trip.
Sue's running it, so it's a little not as smooth.
Wonky.
Does anyone want this little fell campfire we got here?
I'm running a Molten Core.
I'm doing it too.
I'll
I'll try to
go
drag him
forward.
over Poe and get him killed.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Have y'all already left?
I am leaving.
That's all the loot seeing next week.
Yeah, Salty knows how to put them all in at once, so you can get like 15 of them. I don't know if Sue knows how to do it with more than 4 at a time.
I thought it maxed out at like 5, does it not?
It maxes out at the size of the chat box.
Yeah,
But you
last
can.
week,
Salty has like a macro where he can just add them in, and then it posts and posts, and they all go through.
I see.
Yeah, last week Salty put up all the loot that dropped in the entire raid in one fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost all of it. There were like 2 pieces left.
We shouldn't tell Salty he needs to travel with a laptop so he can just at least do loot for us. I would imagine Sue's up there cussing right now.
Seems Salty's used his vacation days for about 10 years.
So Dream. Well, Dream's muted.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there. I think I'm in the room right before the paintress.
With what?
I think I'm in the room right before the paintress.
Oh. Interesting. So you've broke the veil and everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Tsubaki, I need
spoilers.
That
it's
is
Act 1.
wild.
No, I need that item.
Wait, just making sure, L, you didn't need that or something, did you? Those Nemesis robes? So make sure
Oh,
you got-
sorry, I'm stupid. Netherwind.
That whole monolith feels like the
Hold
inside
on,
of
I'll go
Karazhan.
talk to Sue.
Like, it feels like the inside of Karazhan. It's all like fourth dimensionally fucked up. Like you could walk around a corner and suddenly you're on top of a mountain to the bottom of the
Sue
ocean.
said open trade with him, Ellie, in a second. He'll give you the robes. He's not disenchanting them.
Yeah. The whole paintress, just that first, when you first walk up to her and see how giant she is, I feel like that scene is just such a like, what the fuck am I even gonna do?
Right. Literally the size of toenail.
Yeah.
Hey, Dream.
Yeah.
Have you played The Fall of Avalon yet? I tried the demo today. It was pretty good.
I want to. I don't have. Reviewing online games just takes too long, and I'm bad about playing. I'm bad about playing games for fun. I know it's terrible, but it's like if I can play a game and it pays my rent, or I can play a game for free. This is my one like for free game.
For me, from what I saw, it seems better than Skyrim. It's like it's a Skyrim-like game, and it seems better in a lot of ways.
I'll get into it when I'm done. I'm having to do so much Nintendo Switch coverage that's been occupying a lot of my time, but I will play it at some point for sure.
I don't get why everyone's figuring out Nintendo Switch. There's no real like big games for it right now.
No, but I mean, I've made a bunch of videos just talking about the fucking dock and shit, and they all get on trending. So it's
I like the dock from what I'm seeing, but I don't know how it wears over time.
I mean, the big problem is the console is so heavy and the dock is so tiny. It constantly feels like it's about to tip over.
And also, it does jiggle a little bit in the console dock.
Are y'all the guests? Are y'all going to Molten Core with us?
We're just doing the first 2 bosses tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to let them know. We're just doing the first 2 bosses, but
Mic on.
Yeah, no, probably not tonight. We have a Molten Core on Saturday.
gotcha. Well, that means we can bring the Gordas in.
I just need the gloves now and I'm good. I do want to trade the bracers out though for the ones of accuracy.
Yeah, I need those so bad, and I'm never gonna get them.
They dropped like a week ago, and who got them? Tsubaki got them, I think?
Skade got them, yeah.
Of course, they dropped when you weren't here.
I'm still waiting for the Drake Fang Talisman to drop more often.
You'll be waiting a long time.
Yeah, for a 33% drop rate, that doesn't really show up much.
Tsubaki told me when I was...
There's a
line for it.
Also, the other thing about the Drake Van Talisman is once you get it, like if you win the Drake Van Talisman, you have to leave the guild. It's like I don't know, it's just a thing everybody does.
It does seem to be tradition, yeah.
Tsubaki told me when I was sick, the Mage Quickening Trinket dropped, and also the Nefarian's Tear dropped too while I was sick.
Yep.
So that's why we haven't given it to Goth yet.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Is the RC Loot Council stuff working for the new guys, I guess? Is it popping up for y'all?
Yeah, it is.
Now he's back in here again.
Walter, you're open mic.
Go for a smoke. Be right back.
So placing bets how long Loot Council's going to be?
If it were salty, we'd been done 5 minutes ago. But
I'm curious how salty does it.
As you can see. Excuse me.
I want to run out, but I don't want to go by myself. And Fang and them have already left. Do we want to put a ZG up for Thursday after Molten Core?
Yeah. Maybe not the wand, but the ring, yeah. Because you have the cauterizing band. What's your other ring?
Mic off.
Gratscade.
Who's our guild enchanter that Gordon's not playing?
Sue can do 'em.
Who?
Sue.
Okay.
Glad I muted my mic so you guys didn't hear me snoring there.
Did you fall asleep, Fang?
Ellie may have downloaded the wrong. It's RC Loot Council Classic. It has to be the classic version. Maybe the other version or something, possibly.
Is that one of the healers? No healing gears drop, so.
No, it's one of the warlocks.
Oh.
Yeah, Ellie, make sure you open trade with Sue. I'm sure he'll give you those.
Could you guys eat 3 pounds of loaded nachos in an hour?
An hour?
I would like to try, but I don't think I can now.
In
That's a
1
lot.
hour?
I probably
1
could.
hour.
Walter could do it.
They're
Walter could
they're
do it.
smoked brisket and pulled pork nachos, and you get 1 hour. If not, the whole meal is $69.
I have eaten a pound of beef in 20 minutes, but I'll be honest, it was not easy or fun. So I'm not sure I could do 3 pounds in 1 hour.
I think with the nachos, the chips would be the hard part. It just like starts hurting the roof of your mouth after a while.
No, I because they get squishy so fast. I've done some eating challenges, and typically, if you're allowed to wait, like for it to cool down and stuff, because some of them say the timer starts when it hits the table, but if they let it get gushy, it's pretty easy.
Ugh, that does not. If I get an 8-ounce steak, I eat 3 ounces of it. That's about all I can eat.
My God.
Pulled pork and brisket nachos. I don't think I could do it, but I'm willing to give it a try.
I know, right? That sounds so delicious. Even failure would be a reward,
right?
That sounds good.
Where's that at?
Epic shit.
Let me see where she's at. I watch Katina Eats Kilos, and I'm watching one of her challenge. Where's she at? Vino Beach, Florida, at American Icon Brewery.
There's
oh no! So it's not just 3 pounds of nachos. It also comes with 3 burgers and fries.
Yeah, no way, no way in hell. There's
Ned, wait for me, guys.
There's a place here in Dallas called Rodeo Goat that's super good and has that dish, but not quite such a massive quantity.
Oh, that sounds good, Rain.
3 pounds of nachos, 3 of their signature cheeseburgers, and 1.5 pounds of fries.
There's a pizza place here in New Jersey called Tony Baloney's. They make a pizza called the Swine Fighter.
Yup.
You can look it up on YouTube. There's fucking videos on YouTube about it. I wanna try it.
It looks great.
I don't want to eat more than one piece of it, but I really want to try the swine fighter. But it's like an hour drive to get there.
That's crazy.
I'm so strict to my diet, I can't have a single cheat meal. But someday, I'll definitely eat a big ass plate of nachos.
Oh yeah, nachos are.
Don't
my
lie to
favorite.
them, Dream. I've seen you shirtless. I'm
I'm
subscribed.
What are you talking, brother? I've been
I
insane
subscribed.
He's subscribed to your battle pass,
Yep.
dude.
I'm subscribed to your
man.
battle pass, bro.
Oh yeah, brother. Keep plugging in those super tote coins, and you'll unlock my DLC payload.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah, it's getting spicy.
The DLC payload. What the fuck?
This is my kind of raid.
Wait a minute. Never mind. I forgot Poe is married to you. Evidently, you cheated on me.
True. Poe will stab you in the back, IRL.
Fuck, I'm jumping.
Hey guys, over here.
Game.
Azeron's over here.
I'm sending
Hang
it, bro.
Wait.
I better be fast. I have him in a reset spot.
Coming.
All right, I'll jump as one. Let's go.
All right, I'm
Should
sorry
be
that
fun.
took a little longer than it normally does, guys. We're going to be going to do the first two bosses in Molten Core. If you're interested in joining us, feel free to stay in the raid. If not, feel free to drop group. We appreciate the guests. I'm glad you guys got plenty of loot tonight. Congrats to all of you that did.
Mic on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
We're just that kind of group. We're fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, our
Some of us
best-
are fun,
our best
others
attempt
funny
was,
We are, actually.
7 out of 8, but 2 attempts at it. The first one was 4 hours, and the second one was 3 hours. So this was a
Hell
lot
no.
better.
Ow.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're learning.
That's how long it takes sometimes when you're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had some rough early BWLs. Like one, but it happened.
Hey,
The very first
you gotta
one,
start
yeah.
somewhere, right?
Yeah, the first run had the learning curve, had to bring back the
shit.
muscle memory.
I actually missed an item on the loot. I did.
What'd you miss?
Graham, if you're still in here, I don't see Nemesis bracers. We didn't get those, did we? But we did get Aegis of Protection, the priest trinket, if any of you priests want it.
Nobody wants that piece of shit DE it.
I didn't think
Which,
so, but I didn't
what-
link it,
what
so.
priest thing?
That's like the worst thing in the world.
The trinket.
It's absolute garbage, but just in case one of y'all want it, feel free. Otherwise, we'll DE it.
That just shard that shit.
Gosh.
You could have made my night better by never even linking that fucking thing.
Just imagine, you could be a tank with that, right?
The Nemesis bracers didn't drop. I
don't have them in my inventory, so.
The hunter bases dropped, I know, off that boss.
Okay, because I only one I knew for sure
Yeah,
was
it was
Wrath
Hunter and Wrath.
and Untamed Blade.
Everybody that's coming from Molten Core, get grouped up on the star right above the suppression room. We're going to clear all these out and then get to Molten Core, knock out our first two bosses, and then call it a night.
Yeah, if any Nemesis dropped, I'd give it to her, though. She probably wants her whatever.
I gave her all the Nemesis because Zook and I don't need any of it.
Okay, cool.
This is Graham. Thank you guys for the wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Awesome raiding with you guys.
You're welcome,
you.
man. I'll see you joining us soon.
We'll see you later.
Thanks for
I
coming,
would
man.
love to.
Seriously. You kicked ass. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you guys. It was awesome.
All right, let's jump down. Let's